at some point we have to make ourselves happy. Like, it's so many people that's living to make other people happy. And that's, the situation I had to get out of. Because it's like, if you just look at all the people that's working and, working jobs and stuff, you got to think, you got the employees, you got the supervisors, managers, general managers, CEOs, yada, 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 so forth and so forth. My whole point of mentioning them is just basically saying, who do you think is the happiest out of all those people? From the employees to the managers, and who do you think is more happier? And we can pretty much all agree on who that is. It's the people at the top. So basically they're making, their happiness is being formed out of other people's miseries. And don't get me wrong, we all do it to ourselves. We don't have to select these jobs that we select. Our backgrounds and belief systems box us, because we can't see outside of, like the analogy I say, that's like a raccoon being raised in a house full of cats. They can't see outside of that conditioning of a cat's life. So it's like a ceiling. It's hard to get out of that mindset. And, when you trapped beyond these belief systems and raised up in these things, conditioned and programmed to think a certain way, it's hard to get out of that box to understand, the solution is outside of this thinking process, memory. Because that's how a personality is. It's a collection of memories. It's a continuation of memories. Because when you have brain damage, you don't act like the same person no more. So that right there lets you know that personality is nothing but a continued memory. And a lot of people, memories of themselves are terrible. And they fight with them every day because they can't release them and they don't know how. And, that's pretty much what freaked me, got me out of that simple mindset, was basically, just making myself happy, doing what I love to do. I got to the point where I said, I'm not going to just be making people happy. You get up every day working for money, but this person that's running this country, running this corporation, is having their best life ever. Not saying they're not going through things either, but they're not dealing with the situations and strains you're dealing with. And it's like, why continue to dread going into a place that you hate? A lot of people wake up every day going to a place that they hate. Imagine the role that plays in their life. If you can physically and mentally and spiritually bring yourself every day, and people do it for years. I've did it. You know what I'm saying? Before I got my mind right. But people physically, mentally, and spiritually go into a place they dread going into, around people they dread working with, doing things that they dread. You see that? All for money. And what did it say? Oh, I gotta pay these bills. Oh, I gotta do this. That's bullshit. Life is hard when you're working other people's dreams, working to build other people's dreams. Yeah, life is hard. I really used to think that, like, man, life's so hard. No, it's not, man. Once you get out of that whole mindset, that's the whole mindsets and constructs that's holding you back. You see, that's the only thing that's holding you back is your attitude, your belief systems. So we just have to understand how toxic that is. Like, I don't even want people around me that's willing to settle to go into a job that they hate working. Like, I don't even like associating myself around people like that because I'm out of that mindset. And it's not like I don't like people like that. It's just, if you're trying to learn, you're not going to be hanging around children. Somebody that's hanging around children 24/7, days in, days out. And then you got somebody that's hanging around, knowledgeable people, different people with different backgrounds of intelligence. You're going to see that person flourishing more than somebody just hanging around children all day or adults with children mindsets. And my point of that is the whole fact that people will get up and do things they don't want to do. So just imagine what else that they're doing in their life that they don't want to do. Just imagine that. Imagine what else they're doing in their life that they don't want to do. And that's my point. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous mindset. You're just settling, going through the motions. You got to take control of your life. Like, you really do. So it's not worth it. Find something you love to do. That's why I say life is not hard. Find something that you love to do and do it. Life is easy when you do that. When you're doing things that you love, these people of these corporations, people are working for are doing what they love. And it's people working these corporations that don't even like what they doing. Like, I couldn't live that life, man. That's not how life is intended to be. Like, it's not. I'm sorry. So we just really have to be mindful of that. Like, discipline is also a key. Discipline and support systems. Having somebody that really is there for you, really want to see you win. Somebody that has your best interest as well as, you have yours. You need that. You need that around you because in those hard times, if you don't have strong people around you, and strong people teach you how to be strong. So it's good to have those type of people around you. Not just for the support they can give you, but the example that they set, so you can see this thing forming into reality, like it is real. Like, when you see somebody getting paid, living good off of something that they love, like, it just brings a whole different vibe and feel. You can just see the difference between somebody that's working a job that they don't even want to work. And I hate going to places dealing with people that's working a job they don't want to work. Throwing your food in a bag, getting smart with you. They there just for money. And it's a lot of corporations like this. You go in and it's people only there just because of the money. I can't live that life, man. I can't deal with people like that because life is more than money. If you let money run your life, man, you in a world of trouble. Because what happens when that runs out? What happens when you don't have as much? You can't even stay in peace. So I'm at peace regardless, because I know I control things. And the only way I can control it was to step back out of myself and just realize, I'm a vessel. We have to realize we're vessels. That's pretty much, what it comes down to. Being used. At some point we're all being used, but you want to be used for the right thing. And what I mean being used, just being used. That's just like this message. Somebody could share it. They could show it to somebody. That's me being it. It's good to be used in that way. You know what I mean? When you're making music, you love to make music, people sharing it and, telling you like it, like you're being used in a good way. Like, so find out, your purpose. Like, don't wake up another day dreading every day. Start working on ways to get out of this situation. Even if you have to just take like a job with more flexible hours, with a pay cut. You might have to get that car back. Get you a car without a car note. You might have to downsize apartments. And that's when my life started changing. When nothing was off the table. I'm talking about family, friends, job. Nothing was off the table. I was willing to reconstruct everything. If it wasn't making me happy, it had to go. I had to demand this stuff in my life because life will run you. It will run you. So I had to demand what I wanted. And you can't demand what you want when your belief systems are all jacked up. Now, it's just certain things I won't do that I did, so I don't look down on nobody. But I wouldn't do that no more because I know I don't have to. I know my mindset was holding me back. It wasn't the people. Because once I changed my perception on these people, the whole vibe changed, the frequency, the energy, our relationship changed. So it's just something to think about. A lot of people are dealing with this, and I just wanted to put some insight on that, man, because there's no reason to be unhappy. We're not here to be unhappy. I promise you that. I promise you. So find out what it is that you love to do and start making adjustments in your life. That's the only thing that matters. Organize everything outside of that goal that you want, that dream that